entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. Previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday, and interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm of course your host, that guy, James J, alongside Kaliko Yachts, who may be joining us a little later, but who is here, the American Stewardess.
It's too early for this.
And it was a good week for Wrestling With, as we interviewed Eden Rice and Sabrina Kyle. Fantastic interviews from different parts of the world. Definitely go support for them and check out the interviews if you haven't already. This upcoming Tuesday, we have Desi Dorada, or Desiderata, or whatever you'd like to call her. We're calling her Desi. Hasn't been wrestling for the past 2 years, but she has been in the MMA world. And we talk about that, her time in pro wrestling, impressive victories, um, uh, the Lunchable, peanut butter and jelly Lunchables, and
Uncrustables.
Uncrustables, thank you. And a whole lot more. Really fun chat. Definitely give that a listen on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Sean Regan Keegan. We talk about his injury a couple months ago, competing for Limitless, uh, wrestling Tony Atlas, and getting beat up by children. So there's a lot to unpack in that interview. Again, another fun interview, and you could listen to some clips right now. What was that experience being an extra behind the scenes of WWE? Because obviously, WWE is the biggest wrestling promotion out there. So being backstage, well, and seeing how everything works, what was that experience like?
It wasn't shocking to me. I felt like I'd already experienced things like that. I've been doing productions and theater and performances my whole life, really. Nothing to that level, of course. Nothing to that professionalism, but it wasn't too different. Like I felt like it was normal that I belonged there too. Um, but it was a lot of fun and exciting. I really thought that there was a chance I could be noticed. Like they liked me, and they maybe would want me to work for them one day. They did give me a tryout and fly me to Orlando before that and since that, but um, I never got the contract. But I will say that's where I learned about Smucker's Uncrustables peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yes.
It was fun sitting back there eating catering. They had the best food and snacks.
Oh, that's the way to my heart. Smuckers.
Oh yeah, those Uncrustables, man. Another thing Shotzi laughed at. She laughed at me a lot. Now that I think about it, she laughed at that I would take the crimped edges off the Uncrustables. She's like, "How do you take the crust of an Uncrustable off?"
I do that too.
Can you tell us about that time you got beat up by children?
Oh my gosh. This is actually something I haven't been asked about for a bit, but it takes me back to when that clip of getting beat up by a bunch of children in Derby Line, Vermont, went absolutely viral. Long story short, I was working a match with Bobby Orlando at ETWA Heatwave on August 13th of last year. This was my very first match with ETWA, very first show with them. They've held kind of a special place in my heart ever since. It was a great pleasure to work with Bobby, of course. Bobby's the man.
Oh, yeah.
And he had the idea of holding my arms open on the outside, shouting, "Who wants to chop him?" And as opposed to, I might have been a bit more understanding had these children waited their turn. Had they chopped me one by one, maybe nicely, maybe gently.
A nicely fought blow.
Oh, that's not what happened.
Alright, on the 15th we got Austin Lane. On the 16th, Jack Talos. The 22nd, Lumberjack Larry Woods. The 23rd, Harry McDonald. 29th, Layla James. And on the 30th, Ryan Crow. So, lots, your whole office is full and full of interesting and fantastic interviews. Alright, now that we're done putting ourselves over, it was not a great week for wrestling as we lost two people from the wrestling community, well, at least one. The first one being P.D. Harmon, who was a guest GM on Raw. He made a couple of appearances for WWE. If you like him, if you don't like him, yeah. I'm so. Excuse me?
No, I had the Playhouse. Girls had the Barbie Dream House. Boys had Pee Wee's Playhouse. I had the Playhouse set. I had the talking dog. You pull the string. He goes, "I know you are, my friend of mine." And I had a plush cherry. The big old chair. What? And huge, absolutely huge fan of his. What I find something I find not bizarre but unusual about this whole thing is that Paul Rubens got the idea for Pee Wee's Playhouse. Do you know from who?
Who?
Andy Kaufman.
Interesting.
Andy Kaufman was 35 when he passed away from cancer. Andy Kaufman gave Paul Rubens permission to do the Playhouse idea. Rubens was 70. Twice the age of Kaufman. There's no connection to it whatsoever. It's just, I find it highly fitting with the notion that, people still think Andy Kaufman's alive. But in reality, I believe Andy Kaufman was the first one to greet Paul Rubens at the pearly gates. And now they're doing endless shows out there making everybody laugh.
And of course, thoughts and prayers go out to P.D. Harmon's friends and family. And then the other person from the wrestling community that we lost earlier this week is Adrian Street. Yeah, this one kind of sucks for sure. One of the first of the more flamboyant, androgynous, if you want to say, characters in pro wrestling.
Yep, absolutely.
Also, an incredibly, like we said, androgynous, but tough guy. Could kick ass 10 ways from Sunday.
He was, Adrian Street was, God, he was a bare knuckle fighter, before he, put on all that makeup and the fact that there's another connection. I'm not going to bring it up. You probably know who I'm referring to, James. I'm not going to bring it up because we'll talk about it later. But it had had an influence on a manager of a group that lasted only 3 minutes.
Yes. I mean, not just. I mean, anybody. Well, let's just say this. It started with Adrian Street.
Yeah.
He was an innovator. He was a pioneer of wrestling. Maybe not somebody that gets talked about a lot. Not somebody that gets the flowers. Oh,
Goldust archetype before there was a Goldust.
exactly. He was born on December 5th, 1940. His father was a coal miner. And he started his pro wrestling career at 16 years old on August 8th, 1957, as Kid Tarzan Jonathan. That was his first name. Obviously, he developed the character that we all know today, somewhere in their arc, and he didn't stop wrestling until 2014.
Yeah, he had like Luthez energy when it came to competing.
He retired at roughly 71, which is amazing. That's not even a decade ago. That was 9 years ago, which is insane. Um, Apart from pro wrestling, he had a school, Skull Crushers Wrestling School in Florida. It unfortunately suffered severe damage during one of the hurricanes. And then him and his wife started creating wrestling gear for pro wrestlers. Most notably, Mick Foley. The dude loved the tire when he wrestled Steve Austin in '98.
Yep.
So yeah, he did a lot of great things. He married his longtime manager, Miss Linda, in 2005. Uh, and as much as it sucks, I mean, the guy was 81. He lived a full life, and he did what he loved for as long as he possibly could. So you have to commend that. No, Stu?
Oh, absolutely. Um, yeah, I has I don't think he's directly been inducted into WWE Hall of Fame. I don't know if he was part of one of those like showcase classes. I don't think so. I think he's always been a name up for discussion though. That's for sure.
I mean, if he hasn't, he should in the future. And of course, thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Adrian Street. Alright. On to the passing of legends to somebody that just won't die. Vince McMahon hit with a hit with a subpoena for the allegations made against him. This time last year, actually. Um,
and just that, and right after that spine surgery.
yeah, it seems like these surgeries come out the most convenient of times. Right when you're in a steroid trial, right when you're having allegation subpoenas from the federal government once again. Um, so that begs the question: Does this affect WWE, does it affect the sale in Mortal with Endeavor? Um, could this all be put to a stop, especially if Vince McMahon actually gets convicted?
The it will not affect it will not affect the sale itself. Uh, that uh, that that is that's a done deal. Uh, that's not going to have any bearing um, on this. What it will have is it'll probably once again cause Vince to have to step down, which is going to be very hard considering, the man barely has a spine.
Well, wait,
You know, I'm now toying with the idea that his spine surgery was to give him a spine. Uh, but God damn it, Vince! God's sakes! You know, it's bad enough he walked around with that fucking dirty Sanchez on his lips. Looking like he was trying to play his, evil Italian cousin. It is me, Vincenzo Micamad. I am going to steal the company. I don't know why I sounded Jamaican. But I think because I watched the WWE Weakest Link, and it made it look like the New Day were a bunch of jerks. But God damn, Vince. Should have kept it in your pants.
the mustache?
Yeah. You know what? The hair had to come from somewhere. And you know what? Vince McMahon is the first man ever to get mustache plugs. Oh my God. Oh, I'm on a roll.
So, I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing that Vince McMahon is recovering from spinal surgery and is having a leave of absence for the moment. Um, Whether or not the feds do anything to him is unlikely, but hey, you never know. And when this time last year we were saying, "Oh, these allegations are nothing. He'll bounce back. He's Vince McMahon." And then he stepped down, and then he came back, and then he sold the fucking company. So it's been a roller coaster of a year for WWE. So I can only imagine what's going to happen in the next 6 months. Because honestly, I can tell you. But um, we are on the eve of SummerSlam.
um,
Yeah.
there's a little bit more legal news, which we might as well address while we're on that. Somebody is suing both AEW and WWE. A man named Anthony Dwayne Wilson filed charges against both promotions Thursday in the United States District Court, Northern District of Ohio, Youngstown, accusing each company of plagiarism, market damages, product damages, personal damages, and financial damages. Just a shitload of damages. The filing was handwritten, didn't provide specific details, but he's saying his creative works were used without permission, infringing on his wrestling gimmicks, names, slogans, and likenesses. Uh, okay, so basically, a guy in the basement playing 2K23 is pissed. Some of his characters got a little too close. But what is Wilson also alleges that he was planning to launch his own pro wrestling company and had talked with members of the Bullet Club to join me in the venture of starting my company. Wilson did not go into specifics, but he alleged they stole my plans from me and my social media pages and cut me out without giving credit or the portion I'm entitled to as the creator. I threw in the accent for dramatic effect. Uh, Wilson is. Do you know how much he's asking for?
Let me guess. $3 billion.
$250 million,
Hmm.
and control of AEW.
Oh my god.
I couldn't make this shit up even if I wanted to.
Well, hey,
Uh,
maybe this guy will do better job promoting AEW than Tony Khan has.
uh, blah blah blah. Created these things. You're not crediting me for my work. Many of which are not for sale. This will follow me my entire career. Blah blah blah. Cost me work outside of blah blah blah. And blah 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 blah. Um.
So he's one
Uh.
of the plants of the Peanuts. Is what you're
Oh,
saying.
and he's also uh he's also apparently seeking. God damn it. Uh, he's seeking the position of WWE board chair and requesting additional WWE stock. All hail your new overlord, the wrestling fans.
Damn. Damn.
You know, that's precisely what Ron Simmons had to say about it.
Clearly.
Damn!
I mean, he's certainly ambitious. I'll give him that.
Hey, you know what? That's the real American dream. Sue somebody.
That
Need money fast? Sue somebody. It's an American tradition.
it kind of is, honestly, at this point. Somebody that wished they had sued. Um, you know, we're on the it's in a couple hours. SummerSlam ends, and as of this recording, Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus is scheduled to be a part of that event. Since months ago, and they scrapped the match allegedly because of the Clinton Battle Royal, and they didn't have room for it. Which left a lot of people somewhat upset. I feel like that's rightfully so. I feel like a lot of people got the shaft because just for not being enough room on the card. How do you feel about it, Scooter?
It's it's I think it could have it could they could have found a way to get it on the card because that that to me kind of screams that something else is going to happen. But I mean, I guess they're I guess they're gonna push it. I guess it's gonna be on Raw.
Yeah, in like a week or two.
Um, I mean, they did this whole thing, with the U.S. title invitational, and that title's on that match being on SummerSlam.
Yeah, we thought it was last week, but yeah, it got bumped to the SmackDown Power. No, I mean, despite not holding a championship, Becky is one of your biggest stars, especially when it comes to the women. Why don't you make room for arguably your biggest star on your second biggest star? The only thing I could say that, okay, it got chopped was because Ronda is leaving after SummerSlam and she wants to put Shayna over. I get that. But I feel like that spot was given to Ronda and Shayna in spite of Becky and Chris. No?
Yeah, yeah.
And since we're on the subject, a lot of people don't have matches on SummerSlam. I feel like the most notably one is Rhea Ripley. I mean, she's the world women's champion, right?
Yeah.
The world of women's champion. Um, and she doesn't have a match on SummerSlam. Like, does that say people don't want to see Rhea? Does that say we could bump Rhea? Does that mean that they don't feel like Rhea's enough of a draw? Like, what is the disconnect there?
I think I think it's got a lot to do with keeping her and Dominic together, and they can uh, they can get, yeah, and this is terrible to say, they can get more mileage out of Rhea down in NXT than they can on the main roster.
I feel like, since he won the championship, Rhea hasn't had any, like, viable challenges for that title. And she hasn't had a big profile match. I mean, Gonzalez would have been a great, rivalry for her, and it does seem like we are getting that, in a little bit. But, I mean, SummerSlam, right?
Uh, I, I who knows anymore? I mean, they're doing more with Bailey and Shotzi than they are with Rhea. And by the way, if you saw Shotzi last night, she has cut all of her hair off, and now she is trying to cut Bailey's hair off, or rather, shave Bailey's hair off.
I mean,
Uh, and Shotzi has basically gone insane.
the purple hair in her pocket?
No, she kind of looks like Charlize Theron from Mad Max.
Yeah, cool. Alright. On to some.
Sinead Black,
Huh?
Sinead Blackheart, as I'm calling her.
Another person we lost this week. Look at the
God
meantime.
damn it.
Um, on to somebody that does have a match and is the odds-on favorite to win the Slim Jim Battle Royal. LA Knight. He had the most sales on WWEshop.com in the month of July, and he only has 15 items the on the website. Um, compared to Roman Reigns' 225 items on WWEshop.com. Who's got a
Following
good
up a
time
clip there?
for LA Knight's progression in WWE?
Uh, yeah, you were getting further away there for a second. Um, last night, last night, LA Night, yeah, kicked off
Yeah,
the SmackDown addressing basically the 9 or 10 people that were announced for the Battle Royal. You know, they all like came out. It led to LA Knight versus Sheamus match that LA Knight actually won. Um, uh, let's not forget that Sheamus now is thinking the WWE has squandered him. Um, but this is clearly LA Knights to win. Also, should mention that this new sponsorship deal with Slim Jim is the I believe it's the biggest in WWE's history,
wow.
and you got to remember, Slim Jim has been a staple in wrestling ever since they were created.
Yeah. Ultimate Warrior was the first, and obviously, Randy Savage that took that flag and ran with it.
Yeah, they used to be called Slim Jim Hellwigs. Um, uh,
Okay, so what
uh,
I'm kind of getting at with LA Knight
LA
is
Knight. Yes.
the crowd is on his side. He's getting traction.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
working for him.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to Zack Ryder. The same thing happened to Cesaro. The same thing happened to Russo.
Oh shit.
They never they never capitalized on the success.
Oh,
That being
James, son of a bitch. You just single-handedly buried L.A. Knight's career.
hold on, that was the Vince McMahon regime. And if we were still, 100% under the Vince McMahon regime, LA Knight's name would be Max CP3 right now. So, is there a shot that the Triple H regime of the creative actually gives this guy his due and gives the people what they want? Or is he doomed to be another failed AEW experiment?
One can only hope.
that your full answer?
Yeah, at this point, I don't want to speak anything else into existence.
Well, talking about somebody. Well, I hope that he's not. I hope that they give LA Knight, his due. Um, they haven't at this point, but hopefully, fingers crossed, the merchandise sales will speak more than what's in Triple H's real from Vince McMahon. So, fingers crossed. Alright, on to somebody that has the WWE might have faith in, to somebody that WWE may have lost faith in, and that's Matt Riddle. If you saw Raw, he lost clean to Ludwig Kaiser Roll Permanente, and it just makes you wonder. This guy was underneath Randy Orton, they were doing great things, and he gets into problem after issue after allegation, and yeah, it makes for sense for the company to say, well, let's put the pause button on this guy. No, Skittle?
Uh, no, no. I mean, because Riddle and they've been chasing. They've been trading. Wins back. Off and on over the past couple of weeks. Uh, I don't think this is a indication of anything. Um,
Well, what would make you feel like that they did lose faith in him?
I don't think they have lost faith in him.
But what would
Quite
be a sign
honestly,
that they lost faith in him to you?
what would be a sign?
Yeah.
Um, if they stopped, doing the graphics during his entrance.
The birds or the giraffes or the
The
horses.
trash pandas.
Yeah.
That would be a sign that they lost faith because that costs money.
Hmm. Alright. Now, something that also cost a lot of money was Chad Gable Stevenson. He had his first match at the Great American Ass, and
Oh God!
he beat Baron Corbin, but
No, he didn't.
oh, he did.
Ah, no! Double count out!
Are you serious?
Really? As a heart attack.
Well,
Brilliant! Such brilliant booking! Yes! How do you kill the most popular athlete to come out of the Olympics upon arrival? You put him against the most boring fucking wrestler in the fucking world! And then you don't even give him a decisive win. You give him a double fucking countout. Brilliant. Booker of the Year award right there. As you can tell, I'm a bit worked up.
I mean, from what I heard, because obviously I didn't watch it,
Neither did I. I completely forgot it was on.
the crowd was not exactly on Gable Stevenson's side. they were booing him. Apparently, they were booing him out of the building. Depending on who you ask, that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
See, that's the thing. They took another Olympic wrestler and thought they would have an instant Kurt Angle. Nope.
I mean, Kurt Angle is once in a generation, if we're being honest. So, it's not surprising that, Gable Stevenson did not meet that criteria. I mean, it doesn't seem like he has the best personality in the world either. Not,
Yeah.
shitting on the guy, but I mean, the size is impressive, but
Well, you know what you need to do. You know what they need to do now is they need to turn him. They need to turn him heel, and they need to make him Russian.
that could work. It'll be interesting to see.
Or,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, in anticipation for the next continent the WWE hopes to conquer, make him Pakistani.
I like the Russian idea better because then you could bring back Lana and have her manage him.
Yeah, no. Yeah. If Lana's going anywhere, you know where she's going.
Impact.
MLW. Um,
Hey, listen, I'm only a fan.
I mean, hey, making him Pakistani in time for WWE's first pay-per-view in India.
I thought they performed that it's a. I know that they're
Uh,
doing an event there. I didn't know that it was an actual
uh,
PLE.
Superstar Spectacle. Uh, it is. The time zones are so different that it's going to be Saturday there, but it's going to be airing the Friday before. It's going to literally be airing the same time as SmackDown
Oh, God.
on on hold on. Uh, okay. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It's the second. Oh yeah, that's right. The second show in India. I keep forgetting they've done one before.
They've done tours in India, if I'm not mistaken.
They've done tours. Yes. Pay per view. Uh, uh, Superstar Spectacle Friday, September 8th, airing at 2023. Holy shit! No, there's no indication that it's actually a PLE. Um,
All I'm gonna say is, if Shanky isn't there, they ain't giving my money.
um, it's it's also odd because the next day on the 9th, the WWE is supposed to be in my neck of the woods at Nassau Coliseum.
This is something like a very fucked schedule, if I'm being honest.
Um, yeah, it's sounding like a very milk chocolatey clusterfuck.
Gable Stevenson, yeah.
Yes.
They need to do something with that guy. Because it seems
Uh,
like he wants.
uh, maybe fire him out of a cannon into the sun.
There you go. Somebody that we was fired into the sun. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. They all re-signed with AEW. They're going to be staying there for a really long time. It's not a surprise, but you kind of hope that maybe Kenny Omega would have saw the light and maybe have a one run in WWE. Uh, Scooter?
Mm, nope, ain't gonna happen now. Uh, that's for sure. Um, I mean, I'm really kind of I'm I'm kind of surprised, um, given that All In is it's a make or break event, and it's it's not it's surprising and not surprising at the same time.
So let's get into it. The first match for All In is to form. It is the All Elite Championship match. MJF versus Adam Cole, baby. I mean, it's a good thing to have your first match announced, especially it being the World Championship match. But did they really think that Adam Cole versus MJF was going to be the biggest goal that they could have?
Uh, uh, I, I think the most surprising thing is that they're actually going into this with both of them as faces.
Yeah.
You
So
know, I honestly thought it was going to be, you know, MJF was gonna think about it and not do it, and then Cole was gonna do it, and then they 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 stuck with it.
it's because they're making money with it and it's working. And obviously, if something is going to make money, then you're going to continue it. Especially if you're making if it's pulling ratings, which it seems like it is. Oh, the problem is, and I feel like this is where they're leading. I'm afraid that they're going to give us a false finish at the All In, so, and then they're going to MJF is going to turn on Cole, or Cole's going to turn on MJF, and then the real finish, the last match, is going to be an All Out. So the people at the bigger show with the 80,000 people are going to get fucked.
Well, if the current rumored card for All In plays out, they're gonna be fucked regardless.
Would you like me to go over those matches that are rumored?
Oh no! Oh, I have them in front of me.
I do too.
All right. Let's see if we have the same ones.
FTR versus the Young Bucks.
Yes.
And
No reason to do this again.
I mean that's actually a decent match. That's something that would be attraction that people would actually genuinely want to see at this point. Um, the next match rumored I have is Twinkle Toes McTwinkle Fuck versus Kolkata Take Shit Up.
Yeah. Kenny Omega versus Canucks take shitsa. Um, uh, nice Canadian boy there. And of course, I'm not talking about Kenny Omega. Um, uh, it it really depends if they're gonna fight or make out.
Kota Ibushi might have something to say about that.
Kiss already.
Yippee, wanna be Marky
uh,
Yippee,
uh,
wanna be
uh,
Marky.
okay. Here's a match. I didn't need a.
Will
Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. Where did this come from?
out of Tony Khan's ass, apparently.
So, does this spoil anything about the G1?
Um, Probably not, no, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, the only reason that they're promoting this match is because New Japan doesn't want Osprey to wrestle Kenny Omega right now. They're obviously saving that for Wrestle Kingdom, which makes sense because Osprey is their guy. But Chris Jericho, I mean, just Chris Jericho in general right now doesn't make any fucking sense. He went to the Don Callis family, leaving the Jericho Appreciation Society, the society dedicated to appreciating Chris Jericho. That wasn't good enough anymore. He wants to be with Don Callis. Like, what the fuck?
The epitome of sport entertainment.
I thought the rivalry was supposed to be Sammy Guevara not being under Chris Jericho anymore, wanting to be his own man because he's going to have a baby soon. That makes sense. That's a good story to tell.
See, this is where I'd say, okay, Chris Jericho and take shit against Guevara and Garcia.
Didn't they do that on Dynamite?
No, Guevara and Garcia were the
They wrestled
were part.
Jericho and Take a Shit.
Did they? Oh well. Then you know what? They screwed themselves over.
This is definitely screwing us over. We got the Combat Wombat versus Eddie Kingston, freshly squeezed on Cassidy, and Question.
Oh, question mark. That he is a great talent, man. Oh, you never know what he's gonna do.
Well, obviously they pulled off the Ouija board and summoned Josephus to be his gimmick again? Question mark. Um,
Or maybe they'll actually summon Ralcephus from the dead.
that was Josephus.
I know, but I'm talking about Ralphus.
Oh, is he dead?
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
he is very much dead.
Alright,
And if you don't believe me, I'll ask him myself. Uh, you dead man? No answer.
CM Punk versus Samoa Joe or Ricky Starks, or Jay White.
Oh, you know, I hear the first 80,000 fans to show up are going to get fucked in the ass.
They already did, Scooter. They already did.
Yeah, but this time they're not using lube.
I feel like, honestly, CM Punk, at least he's doing stories at this point. So, him wrestling one of those guys on that show, it would make sense. And I'm sure it actually would be a good match. So, that would be the saving grace for that, in my opinion. Alright, would you like to hear the last match?
Oh my god. The best match ever. My god. Involving a man we didn't even know was in AEW.
That being
In
Jeff,
fact, in fact, we're not sure he even is.
that being Jeff Jarrett versus Grado. Yeah.
There's nothing great about this match. I mean, it could have been the Great Khan, and it would have been better. In fact, you know what? Fuck it, Tony. Grado versus Grado Khan. Winner gets to keep Grado in their name.
Honestly, the only reason they're doing this is so the crowd could feel like a prayer. And that's absolutely the only reason.
What? What the? God, get them all fucking Spotify memberships. It'll be cheaper.
Okay. So this is rumored. Nothing's on the books yet except Adam
Oh,
Cole versus MJF,
uh,
which I'm sure they'll pop up.
also potentially Sting and Darby Allin with Nick Bruce Wayne, or Keith Lee against AR Fox and Swerve.
Well, I'm sure that will put asses in seats. It's disappointing because we had possibly one of the best story-driven WrestleManias of all time this year in 39. And, I mean, the matches didn't disappoint. And I feel like these people in the UK, they gave their money thinking they were going to see a great WrestleMania-esque card. And they're getting an average episode of Dynamite. And
Less than average.
that to me, that's bad faith. And some people will be okay with it, but if you're screwing the crowd over repeatedly, you have a problem. No?
Yep.
I feel like AEW feels screwed over at this point, considering Jay Cargill may be done with pro wrestling as a whole. Your thoughts on Cargill leaving after such an extensive time as TBS champion?
Oh man. Here's the thing. Would she work for would she work for the E if if they came knocking,
I feel like that would be the only way she would come back at this point. Would be,
I mean,
when whatever she does outside of WWE, outside pro wrestling fails, when all goes up to hell, and WWE comes knocking on her door, I feel like she'll take it.
I, yeah, they could use another, you know, uh, strong African American female heel,
Well, I mean,
and
oh, continue.
you know, you can say what you want, but with the right opponent, she's got the talent.
I mean, we talk about, AEW screwing people over, but she's kind of screwing AEW over in a sense here. I mean, they gave her everything on a silver platter. And to take that for granted and take that, and when you lose one match and you're like, I'm out, that's not a good look for her, no?
Mm, no, no.
Oh, oh, keeping on the women's division, we talked about the Fisco speaking out against the women's locker room at AEW, and the AEW roster bit back. Um, First and foremost, MJF responded to her. I don't know if MJF has ever been a woman or ever been in the women's locker room. He'd probably be locked up if he did. But he really has no fucking business shitting on the Fisto. Um, the actual women that responded to Mephisto and what she said was, Soraya, don't call me Soraya, Renee Daggett, Taya Valkyrie, and Tay Mello Yellow. Other than Mello, Paige has been there less than a year. Daggett hasn't been there as long as well. And Valkyrie just had a cup of coffee with the company. So, I mean, we're not getting replies from the people she actually called out. No, Scooter?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, this means was she doing it just to get noticed, or cause some controversy? Who knows? Who knows at this point?
And the people that we should be hearing from were not. And that's Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, possibly Tony Storm, Sheeta, Nyla
Which by
Rose.
which oh yeah, by the way, big congrats to Sheeta.
Yeah, the new AEW Women's Champion. I don't know, but I kind of feel like that was somewhat of a response to the Lufisto controversy, if I'm being honest. We treat all women good after we get called out on it. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I think that's And for the news, last few months, something we want to talk about.
Uh, I want to endorse season 2 of Heels, airing Fridays, 10 p.m. on Stars. Uh, uh, CM Punk in a regular starring role now this season. Was a guest star last season. Uh, Surprisingly, a television show showing that intergender wrestling can work. Just thought I'd put it out there.
Hmm. Alright, and that will conclude our coverage of the news. And now a quick
Oh,
word from
oh,
our
wait,
sponsors.
whoa, oh no, something just in. Um, last bit. Ted DiBiase Jr. 45 years in prison is what he could be facing.
Could be or is?
Could be.
Okay. Now that conclude the news and a quick word from our sponsors. So,
Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low calorie, no sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0 calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off brands out there that are presenting low quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue energy, more focus, more wins.
use promo code WRESTLINGWITHE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 33 preview, review, whatever you want to call it. Yes. And
All right, let's do it.
let's get into who is at what win. We got the A block. Sonata at 6 wins, 0 losses, 12 points.
Already confirmed to be the A1.
Yeah, A block confirmed. Surprisingly, at number there's a three-way tie for second. Hikaleo at 3 wins, 3 losses, 6 points. Uh, Kaito Kiyomiya at 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 6 points. Soda Uno at 6 points at 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties, both draws, I should say.
So if it were to end today, the spot would go to Hikaleo due to having more wins.
Correct. In third place is Gabe Kidd at two wins, 3 losses, 1 draw at 5 points. Fourth place is Yoda Suchi at 2 wins, 3 losses, 1 tie, or draw, 5 points. Actually, I should say he's tied for fourth. Chase Owens is fifth with 1 win, 2 losses, 4 points. 4 losses, 4 points. And at the very bottom is Riddle with 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 draws, 4 points. Um, Not surprising that Sonata is at the head of the block, considering that this was basically baby block, no student?
I mean, when we talked about this last week, he still had it locked in.
Right.
He had already clinched it. So, not surprised to see that. I mean, to see that I got another win is
He has
a
two more
bit.
matches, Chase Owens and Hikuleo.
Could he be going for a record? Could he run? Um, he's got he's got one match,
Hmm. Good.
and that one match left. That's against Owens.
That's right.
Oh, and that's a perfect block.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I mean, Okada's done it.
Cobb's done it. So, yeah, it's not out of the, like I said, not out of the realms of possibilities. Um, blah, blah, blah. Now, surprisingly, Hikuleo stuck in there at the second place. But we shall see if he keeps that placement.
Um, let's see. Um,
He's wrestling
I
sort of
I
unknown, so I mean it's a
if
possibility.
uh, uh it's it's gonna be it's gonna come down to Hikuleo or Shota because they're facing each other,
Right, and then
and
he,
that's yeah.
yeah, if Soto beats Hikuleo, he ties, essentially ties. Gets the tiebreaker on
But
Hikuleo.
but no, wouldn't the spot still go to Hikuleo because Shota has the draws?
No, it would go to Soda because they're tied, and if he beats Hikuleo, then he's at 8 points.
But oh god, Hikuleo's still at 6. That's right. Never mind. I
Yeah,
thought Hikuleo was at 8.
and, and I mean Chase Owens could be sixth. The Shooky Storable and actually get a W over Sonata in some shape, way, or fashion. But it really doesn't matter at this point. He's going to be in there. Um, B block. Number one, Kazuchika Okada. 5 wins, 1 loss, 10 points. Will Osprey is at um, 4 wins, 2 losses, 8 points. Taichi's at 3 wins, 3 losses, 6 points. Tangaloa is at 3 wins, 3 losses, 6 points. El Phantasmo's at 3 wins, 3 losses, 6 points. Kenta is at 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Yoshihashi's at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. Evero Khan's at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. So I mean, Will Ospreay is in that second position. Basically, Taichi, Tungalobo, or El Fantasmo could insert themselves into that second spot, no?
Oh, yeah. I've got a funny feeling that Osprey is gonna kind of get screwed out of that spot. Just so he can for a nice throwaway match with that wonderful, lovely Chris Jericho guy.
Yeah, but good things about that guy. I don't see that being the case, but he's wrestling El Fantasma on the last night, so I could see DLP getting the W on the last night. I don't think it matters at this point. Okada's going to be in that B block. He's number one in the B block. The only thing, Tungalobo could beat Okada and get the second spot if that's an option. Taichi just has to wait until everybody spontaneously can bust in order to win this. Alright, then we got C block. David Finley is at 4 wins, 2 losses, 8 points. Evil is at 4 wins, 2 losses, 8 points. Eddie Kingston's at 4 wins, 2 losses, 8 points. Tamatonga's at 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, 7 points. Shingo Takagi is at 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 7 points. Mickey Knuckles is at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points.
What?
Hanare is at 2 points.
I'm sorry. The fact that you called Mikey.
Hanare is at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. And Tomohiro Ishii is at 1 win, 5 losses, 2 points. Kind of disappointing Ishii is at 1 win at this point.
I mean, God, couldn't even beat a fat motherfucker like Eddie Kingston.
That's actually the only win he has, Scooter.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, Hanoi has that gnarly fucking face tattoo that's uneven, and I feel like that's really affected his G1. Maybe not.
Oh.
He's always been a loser.
He's a Mike Tyson of New Japan. His defense is impregnable. He's gonna bust again. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Stop doing your Jamaican accent, Scooter.
No, this be my Jamaican accent. I was doing a Mike Tyson impersonation. Face tattoo. Oh no, it's Hanare.
I'm not saying David Finlay is locked in, but I mean, what does he have on the last day?
I mean,
He has Eddie Kingston on the last day. So, I mean, Eddie could possibly fuck up his G1.
oh no, maybe they do a time limit draw.
Double
Maybe
count
more
out?
countdown. Double countdown.
Well, I mean, Tamatonga versus Hanari, that's an easy win for Tama. That'll get him to 9
If
points.
if if Tama Tonga or Shingo Takagi can win the block with an odd number of points, I will be amazed.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. It's the people, it's the two wrestlers with the top 2 points in their block. So,
Oh, yeah, but as you said, it's Finley and Kingston
yeah.
uh, on the left. So that's now kind of guaranteed. Uh, at least one of the C block finalists.
But you know how that could magically disappear, Skitter?
Double count out.
Double count out. And then up, it's all fucked up, and Tamatonga wins at 9.
Or double pin. The first ever double pin in Japanese history.
No, that's just stupid.
Yeah. So is wrestling a rock.
How dare you disparage the great name of Psycho Mike? Alright, that takes us to
He's
D
kicking
block.
it.
That good old fashioned D block. Jeff Cobb's at the top of
D block. Did you say D block or D block?
D block. D.
Thank you. Okay.
Jeff Cobb's at 4 wins, 2 losses, 8 points. GSJ is at 4 wins, 2 losses, 8 points. Tetsuya Naito's at 4 wins, 2 losses, eight
Yeah.
points.
What a shot.
Tanahashi's at 3 wins, 3 losses, 6 points. Kuroki Goto's at 3 wins, 3 losses, 6 points. Shane Haste at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. Alex Coughlin's at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. And Tara Yano is at 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. Um, this seems a little bit more straightforward. If Naito beats Zack, if Zack beats Naito, they're in the final. Well, they win
Yeah.
the block.
Naito shooting up there. It's a pleasant surprise. If we were to end if we were to end today just based on where their names are listed, we would be getting Okada Naito.
And, it depends on what day of the week it is. Naito could actually get a win over Okada.
I mean, if we were to if it was to end, it would be Sonata, Evil, uh, Okada Naito, Finley Osprey, and Cobb Hikuleo. Of course, those are not guaranteed, just based on what we are looking at.
Right. So it's kind of too close to call, but uh, it will be interesting to see who wins what and where. Let's let's go into the matches. We got A block on the 5th of August. Yoda Suji versus Gabe Kidd. Who wins for it?
Not gonna matter. Um,
Suji or Gabe Kidd?
Tsuji.
Suji.
Yeah, got Tsuji.
Yeah, Japanese guy. Ren Narita versus Kaito Kiyomiya.
I mean, Red Narita's had an abysmal G1.
Yes.
If he's the one who, and that's the thing, I can see it ending for Kaito here, which is why I'm gonna say Narita.
You know, you might actually be right about that. Narita. Sonata versus Chase Owens.
So yep, Sonata's run block. There's no question.
I'm going to say Chase Owens by countout. Yeah.
Just once, I'd like to see a disqualification. Oh,
Those are foreign feelings, New Japan.
Japan needs more disqualifications.
The main
Hashtag
event, Shota Umino versus Hikaru. And that's essentially to determine the second spot of A block. So do they go with the guys in Hikaru, or do they go with, their new golden boy, Umino?
Should we say Mox's new golden boy?
I mean, the motherfucker looks like Tanahashi, so he's their golden
Uh,
boy.
I think it's Shota.
I agree. Oh, then we are on to the sixth. We have Yoshihashi versus Kenta.
Uh, in honor of Koliko, fuck Yoshihashi and Manarasi, Kenta.
Same. Taichi versus Riddle.
Kratos-Khan.
Taichi. Kazuchika Okada versus Tangaloa. Riddle.
Tangaloa.
Okada. And the last match, El Phantasmo versus Will Ospreay.
Phantasmo.
I agree. El Phantasmo. We're on to the 8th of August, which is Tuesday, isn't it? Tomohiro Ishii versus Mickey Knuckles.
Ishii. Let him get one more victory.
Probably. Tamatonga versus Hanale.
Yeah, Tamatonga.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston versus David Finlay.
God, how much American coverage would the G1 get on AEW TV if Kingston got one of these spots?
Zero. We would
Finley.
put zero.
Finley.
Yeah. And then the main event, Shingo Takagi versus Evil.
Oh man. Go with Takagi.
I agree. Takagi. Then we are off to August 8th, August 9th. That's D Block. We got Toriano versus Alex Coughlin.
Who cares?
I'm going with Yano. Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr.
ZSJ.
Agreed. Tetsuya Naito versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Naito.
Yeah. I actually skipped over a match. Jeff Cobb versus Shane Hayes.
Cobb.
I am going with Shane Hayes with a count out.
Damn it.
Yes. This is the correct answer.
Yep. Countouts are more rare than the fish they use for sushi.
Not in this
That's
G1
pretty damn
wrestling.
rare.
Alright, then obviously on August 10th, which is Thursday, is the quarterfinals, and on the August 12th is the semifinals, and then the 13th is the final finals. So, and we don't know who's going to be in those matches because the block day hasn't been finished. Alright, so we will conclude our coverage of the G1 and have all things G1 next week. Um, I believe that concludes our coverage of it, that concludes our episode as well.
One final piece of news. Uh, it was recently confirmed that Sean Waltman has has legally changed his in-ring name. Whenever, if ever he gets back in the ring, he will now be known as Twitter Pop. Thank you.
If you like, of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, and on Castbox. This is sponsored by Live Energy and Fairfax Coffee. Join us this Tuesday as we interview Disney Dorada. This Wednesday as we interview Sean Deacon Keegan. And join us every Tuesday and Thursday in several interviews, and obviously next Saturday for coverage of SummerSlam in G1, the conclusion of all this. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on Twitter and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesStreet993. And what can you find today?
As always, follow me on X at Scooter Dust. Keep an eye on social medias for updates on the remix. It will come back, I promise. Don't worry. I'm not like your father. He's promising to come back with milk. And of course, revel in my Dungeons and Dragons antics, along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan. Twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons. Something very big happens to my character.
For Clipper Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Fucking Grado.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.